First Down Friday Night Tailgate Corner is sponsored by Publix.
And good evening, sports fans. Welcome into another edition of First Down Friday Night. Before we get to your scores and highlight from Week 8, along with your college football previews, it's now time to check out some great food when it comes to the Tailgate Corner, brought to you by our wonderful friends at Publix. Today, Publix has hooked us up with the popcorn chicken platter. And as you see, just like last time, they hooked us up with not a small variety, a large amount of popcorn chicken here. Of course, this tray can feed a lot of folks, no matter if it's in a private party setting or in a public setting as well. And of course, you want to make sure that you hit up your friends at Publix to get the order. Also, along with our Tailgate Corner, we've got our fabulous sandwich selection. You know the deal. You know I love my ham and cheese. You know we've got the turkey selection. They got a little roast beef on there with some American cheese, some Swiss cheese. So it's a variety that you can definitely enjoy. Right next to our sandwiches, we've got the cookies. We've got chocolate chip cookies. We've got oatmeal cookies, and we've even got sugar cookies as well. Don't forget, you can also get your chips with your Doritos and your wavy Lays, and then you can drink it all down with an ice cold Coca-Cola or Mountain Dew. So wonderful selection here today with the Tailgate Corner. Don't forget, if you want to order any of this food, you can go ahead and head over to Publix and order it online for your weekend tailgate, no matter if you're getting ready for a big weekend of college football or pro football or the Talladega Race. All right, everyone, that'll do it for the Tailgate Corner. Get ready, a brand new episode of First Down Friday Night is coming up right now.
Fridays are for football. This is First Down Friday Night, sponsored by Regenesis, Bank Independent, and Publix. Now your hosts, Mo Carter and Nick Kuzma.
And welcome into First Down Friday Night. I'm Mo Carter. He's Nick Kuzma, and it's our pink out night here on First Down Friday Night. Of course, breast cancer awareness research is something very, very important that you and I know a lot about, because we know a lot of people who've been impacted by that.
Yeah, absolutely. If, of course, anyone who goes with it, anyone who has a family member who goes through it, you know how devastating a disease it can be, and we certainly are always thinking of those that have been affected and are continually affected. And yeah, you got what shade of pink would you say
I got the
that
carnation
is?
pink.
I got pink that looks white on TV. I'm looking at it right now, and it looks like I'm not even wearing pink. I promise it is.
It is pink.
It's just like Mo can see it with his own eyes, but yeah, it looks more white pink to me. But hey, let's talk football.
Indeed. All right, let's show you what's on the table of contents.
We've made it to the third Saturday in October, and you know what that means. It's Alabama versus Tennessee time. Plus, Auburn will try to end their losing streak tomorrow against Missouri. Good luck with that. UNA is also on a 3-game skid. We'll see if the Lions can snap that streak for homecoming.
Kanisha D is catching up with the Athens High School Band as they try to mold the minds of some future band members in our Spirit Spotlight. And then we'll hop in the Week 8 edition of high school football right here on First Down Friday Night.
Well, Mo, it really is hard to believe that 6 weeks ago it felt like it was time to break out like sort of a funeral dirge, a song, something like that, and sort of say goodbye to what was an elite Alabama football program. But now, after a third straight win over a top 20 SEC team, it's clear that this squad has a real chance to do something special. Over the weekend, the Crimson Tide grinded out a 27-24 victory in a tough road environment against a really good Missouri team. In that game, Bama won the turnover battle, was perfect on 4th down, and stifled Mizzou on 3rd down, allowing just 1 first down on 10 total attempts. That's crazy. Alabama has now won 5 in a row and is 3-0 in SEC play, with no currently ranked road games on the schedule still. And here's Kalen DeBoer on what he's learned about his team so far during the conference slate.
I think they've done a great job of taking whatever it is that is against us, or whatever the doubt is that people have for our team, and taking that energy and just pouring it into what matters most, and that's our preparation. You know, there's a rivalry piece to this game, but there's also now just there's a confidence that we've built through some things, but we also got to go back to how did this all start? We've referred to just shut up, show up, and do the work.
Now, tomorrow is the third Saturday of October, and that means it's Alabama versus Tennessee meeting once again. Tennessee has won 2 of the last 3 in this frame, but they have not won in Tuscaloosa since 2003. God, I was a senior in high school when that happened. Both squads are entering the game with equal 5-1 records, and they're also coming off of 3-point victories. Mac Jones told us why this game is always a marquee matchup in the SEC, and Tennessee head coach Josh Heupel totally agrees.
Great historical game, rivalry game, and it'll be a great environment against a great football team. And you look at how they're playing offensively, defensively, special teams, playing at a really high level right now. This is why you come to Tennessee to play in a game like this, and a great rivalry game with Alabama.
All right, you want to feel old, Mo? If you were in high school, 03, I think I was in first grade.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's been a while. Alabama is next in action, of course, Saturday versus Tennessee. Yes, somehow, some way, third Saturday in October is here once again. Kickoff versus the Vols set for 6:30. Now, Auburn, we're switching gears to them down the Plains. They had a real chance to take down rival Georgia for the first time since November of 2017 last week, but instead, here we are once again on First Down Friday night talking about how they come up short in another big game. The Tigers are now 0-3 in SEC play, essentially out of any SEC championship or playoff discussion. And let's be honest, close but no cigar, it feels like a frequent refrain throughout the Hugh Freeze era. And the head coach says they're really going to learn about themselves while facing this adversity.
I believe that's a locker room full of guys that are going to fight their tails off because they know how close they are and they know what it means to each other and to this place. And so how we respond will reveal that. And you've got to go through it. You can't go around it. There's no shortcut. And there's no easy games. There's no easy road. And the great thing is you get to find out a lot about yourself.
Now, this weekend, Hugh Freeze and Auburn will face their 4th-string opponent that's ranked in the AP Top 25. And if we want to end the 3-game losing streak, well, the Tigers are going to have to protect well up front. Missouri, they're ranked in the top 5 in the SEC when it comes to total yards on defense, yards allowed, and points allowed. Their D-line is anchored by Damon Wilson and Zion Young. Auburn has already surrendered 22 sacks this season, and the Tigers from the Show Me State are looking to get after Jackson Arnold Saturday night because they've got great chemistry.
I think just us being able to communicate. I mean, we're in the hotel room with each other before the game, and I think just us talking about our plans and how we're going to rush on guys kind of helps us overall create like a, I don't know what's the word, but I think we're just able to work better together. And even guys like Darius Smith and Nate Johnson and Lane Kitchen, we all come together because we all have a background of rushing at a high level. So, I mean, it's just a fun room to be in.
All right, we'll see if Auburn can handle the pressure of that Missouri front this Saturday down on the Plains. Kickoff is set for 6:45 on the SEC Network. Now, 15 minutes prior to that, Alabama and Tennessee will go head-to-head in the 3rd Saturday of October battle. All right, a former Alabama assistant is about to get paid. I'm pretty sure you heard about this, Nick. Kirk Cignetti has agreed to an 8-year, $92 million contract extension with Indiana University. He's currently 17-2 as the head coach of the Hoosiers. They're a football school now, I guess.
No, it's crazy. They legitimate all-time great turnaround.
Indeed. He's taking them he's taking them from where they were to being in perfect position for a Big Ten title and definitely a college football playoff spot. Hey, the Fort Payne Wildcats could capture another region title tonight with a victory over Hazel Green. We've got those highlights coming up on First Down Friday night. But first, UNA is celebrating homecoming in the shows. Can Coach Dearman and company end their 3-game skid? We'll talk to them about tomorrow's game next.
Welcome back. We're talking North Alabama football now as we dive into some FCS talk. As the Lions got off to a solid start last week against Central Arkansas, but Mo,
Things did just not go well. See, it was tied 14-14, and then the Bears outscored the Lions en route to a 49-21 decision. Now the Lions are trying to regroup for another conference game out in Florence. It's homecoming week in the shows, and on Saturday the Lions will welcome Eastern Kentucky to Brawley Stadium. The Colonels, they're riding a 2-game win streak, while UNA, they're trying to end a 3-game skid, similar to Auburn. Coach Brent Dearman says Eastern Kentucky is a team that's trending in the right direction momentum-wise, and they've got to do a good job to stop them.
Eastern Kentucky is a solid team that we finished the year with last year. They had to beat us in order to get into the playoffs. Had a very solid year last year, and looks like they're getting to be the same way this year. They're really good on defense. I think they're finding their strides on offense. We know we've got a tough task ahead of us, but we're up for the challenge. We're excited about this weekend and playing in front of the home crowd.
It's the final homecoming football game at Brawley Stadium for the Lions. Kickoff Saturday.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't even think about that, bro.
Yes.
It is the final homecoming at Brawley Stadium. Wow.
Indeed, because they're going to move to Bank Independent Stadium next year.
Yeah.
Kickoff on Saturday is set for 6 p.m. It will stream live on ESPN+.
First Down Friday night, UNA Play of the Game is sponsored by Bank Independent.
For this week's UNA Play of the Game, we go back to the first quarter versus Central Arkansas. UNA trying to get on the board as Ari Patu throws a dart to the end zone, and Noah Gregg makes that grab between 2 defenders for the Lions touchdown. Gregg only had 1 grab on the day, and he made it count with 6 points. Congrats to Noah Gregg for having our UNA Play of the Game, once again sponsored by Bank Independent.